guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and another Halloween Ends update. It feels like it's been a while. A ton of shit has come out, and before we even start this video, I just want to say, A, thank you for being here and taking the time to give a shit and watch this video, and B, there's some stuff here that none of this is like leaky stuff. All of this is from official footage that's either been released in TV spots or intended behind the scenes footage that came out on YouTube. All of this stuff is at least semi-official, so none of it's like, you know, where you been spending your nights, Grissom kind of shit. But we are getting to that point now where they're starting to show more and more and more, and I don't want the movie to be ruined for anybody. So we're not dropping any major spoilers ourselves, but each one of these images, you know, and the things, not each one, but some of these images and things that you could look at, you could probably derive some information from. I've seen some people go deeper and deeper into the night and really pull out some stuff I didn't want to fucking know. So that's just a warning, you know, and let's just suck that Michael Myers cock.
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn. Goddamn you, faggot!
So the official press run for Halloween Ends has begun. I got gum on my seat. Gum. The official press run has began for Halloween Ends. Jamie Lee Curtis posted so herself, the first press day of many, and then we've got her with Jason Blum sitting here in front of these people in a sweet looking shot right there, so, which means that somewhere right now in the world, Jamie Lee Curtis is crying. And you know, I love it. Speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis being upset, not her, but her character, there's these TV spots that have come out, and they've had new information on stuff that we haven't seen, new shots. So going on to the images from the TV spot, Laurie Strode here holding a gun, looking very upset about it. She does not look like she's in the middle of an Action Jackson moment, so it's led some people to be like, oh my god, is Laurie Strode thinking about killing herself here? I find that very hard to believe, considering that all the work that she's talked about, she's done the work, she's writing in remorse, she's doing better, she's moved on. This is obviously going to be later in the movie. I think when, you know, she knows that Michael or Corey or somebody's coming after her, that she's going to have to fight again, and she's pulling out the gun thinking, god damn it, I thought I was over this shit already. But then again, who knows? It's just a spot. But she definitely doesn't look like she's going to, you know, use it to eat birthday cake. There's another spot in the TV spot where Corey is sitting here on the stairs, and he's talking to Allison, and he's like, what are you going to do when Michael comes back, babe? Because he's coming. And it's got, I'm starting, the more and more I see and hear about this Corey character, like, I actually like this dude's whole vibe. I don't know if it's like younger Jake Gyllenhaal or, and this is probably too much praise either way, 80s Keanu Reeves. Like, there's just something like kind of sketchy and like strange and off about him a little bit. And there was kind of about Cameron too. Like, you remember when Cameron found Hawkins on the ground, he was like, hey man, are you okay? Hey man, are you okay? Like, he's just kind of weird and different. Allison likes her dude's a little fucked up, you know. And speaking of that, there's another shot from one of these behind the scenes where it actually shows Allison and Corey. They're making out, dudes. 69. Probably not that. It's him on his motorcycle because he's a cool guy. A lot of speculation about the bandage on his hand, but to me, I don't know that could fucking mean anything. I mean, he could have cut himself shaving using the razor backwards. I don't know, but it could be from Michael, could be from Laurie, could be from killing an innocent child. Who the hell knows, man? Moving back to the TV spot now, it is interesting what he says here about, what are you going to do when Michael comes back, babe? Because he's coming. I'm very confused by that. Like, the fact that Corey is out here trying to tell Allison that he's coming, you would think Allison would be like, this dude, I saw what he could do, all right? He reads at a sophomore level, and he fucking is probably supernatural. So, yes, I am the scared one, please. Let's get the fuck out of Haddonfield, you know? You would think it would be Allison at this point. So that's just strange to me that it's Corey that's trying to tell her, what are you gonna do when he gets here, dude? Seriously. And there's two TV spots. One's very blurry, hard to see what's going on and all in it. And we got some shots of it in there, but some dialogue here from Laurie in between these where she says, that he's not dead, he's watching me. And then Allison's like, you're obsessed with death. And then you see Laurie grab like a teapot and be like, I don't care anymore, and like throwing it against the wall.
You're obsessed with death.
Just another thing, you do not want to piss off your grandmother. She will do that. She will fly plates at the fucking wall, man. She's sweet, and she bakes, and she cuts pumpkins, but if you piss her off, she will fuck you up.
You're to kill me, so do it.
We saw the still of Lori pretty much almost, if she was facing the other direction, would be a straight up cowgirl on top of Michael. And we heard James Jude Courtney call the scene erotic. And she's on top of him, and it looks like he's pinned down. And it's hard to tell, does he have his mask off, does he not? Clearly here he does. But he looks like he's pinned down, right, against this table while she's just riding him to death. The only way Michael can be killed is if he comes. No, but seriously, we have that scene there where he looks like he's pinned down. And it's like, oh shit, is this the penultimate moment? Is she about to stab face right now? But then there's this scene in this TV spot where she says something to him and he rage sits up. You know what I mean? And you see here in this perfectly timed still, the knife coming back out of him. Now, unless that's filmed backward and it's like him going down, that's something tricky they could do too to throw you off. But it looks like she pisses him off and he stands up and like, the knife like comes. I don't know how the semantics of that work. The more and more I think about it, do you guys want to go to the mall later? The more and more I think about the semantics of that, it would make sense if that's actually a backward film scene of the knife going in and then putting him down, and they did that just to fuck with us. That would be kind of neat. But I'd rather see this actually happen in the movie where Michael just rage sits up. He's like, all right, you wanted shady, now you got him. So that's a badass shot though. I love that. I can't wait to see what happens in the movie. We got this shot from one of the TV spots of this random high schooler. It looks like he's at the junkyard. Something he's about to kill the ever-living fuck tits out of him. He's about to get it, Steven. And then this shot of this lady screaming just makes me laugh. She is in pure horror. She looks like she just heard the doorbell, looked outside and saw Ezra Miller. And she said, oh fuck, I just realized I live in Hawaii. This shot is badass. It's not Michael doing a karate kick, but it would be hilarious if he was dancing right now, like Footloose style. He does look like he's like, hey, Haddonfield, let's go. But he's about to face stomp someone. So this is going to be either Sartain's dead memories, or we're going to see Michael face stomp the living fuck out of somebody. There was that scene in the TV teaser before where we saw someone wrapped up in like the metal gate, and I wonder if this is him stomping them through that gate. That would be a dope ass looking scene. But yeah, Cobra Kai Michael right there. It's a badass shot. Lori, also in the TV teaser, when Michael's pinned down to that table, or at least laying there, she does some fucking jiu-jitsu shit with the knife. Did y'all see that? She's like, imagine if I had my nunchucks on me. All that training she had back in the 2018 movie, I guess it's her mystical instincts are finally kicking in, but she's about to fuck Michael up with that, and she's teasing him. She looks like Travis Barker with a drumstick over there. This is wild. It's an almost exact replica of what happened in the 78 scene where, and this is clearly James Jude, so we can't have any Corey talk here. That bald fucking head belongs to someone, and it's James Jude Courtney. We saw Corey, he's got a beautiful head of hair. No offense to James Jude, I'm on my way out. I get it. But he's picking up the mask and putting it back on, and she's just sitting there chill. There's no way in shit tits that Laurie Strode believes that he's down for the count. So this whole thing is so weird, right? She's wearing the clothes. This scene's happening. It's like a straight up recreation of 1978. I just don't know what to make of it, except that maybe when she's telling the story in her memoir and narrating it, maybe this is playing through her head and she's just seeing what happened in 78. And we even had the shot with a knitting needle. She's just replaying what happened in 78 in her mind as the people that they are now and wondering what would have went differently. That's just an idea that I have. It could be a dream sequence. It could be anything. It could just be Easter eggs and throwbacks. But there's just fucking something so strange about these scenes, man. I can't wait for it to all unravel in the movie. Maybe what they're talking about with everything being crazy, and Allison even says here, she says that what we're doing is a swing and it's fun and it's different. I've never seen anything like it in this franchise, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. That's what Andy Matichek said about it. All the talk about it being a swing and it being different. Oh, maybe it's just like alternate universes. Laurie's like, I sometimes wonder what would have happened if I did this. I'm kidding. That's not going to fucking happen, but it's something weird, man. It's going to be surprising, and I can't wait to see it. Another shot here from either the behind the scenes. I think this was from the behind the scenes, if I'm not mistaken. But Laurie done fucked somebody up, all right? So, I love this shot here because it's kind of neat how there's that spot there for Karen. You know what I mean? And she's not coming back in fucking ghost form. But it's just neat that they left enough camera shot there for Karen's character, who, you know, should be there in that trio of ladies. I'd like to be in that. You know what? But what's very interesting and telling about this shot is Laurie has bled somebody the fuck out. Whether Corey decides to be a copycat killer and going around killing people, as some people suspect is possible, and she murders him, and that's his death on her boobs, or it's Michael and his death on her chest, or it could just be blood from Michael and he's not dead. So really it doesn't mean anything, but it's pretty interesting to know that she at least gets hers. Laurie's gonna get mine. There's a shot here from the blurry ass teaser that released, which is a shit fuck ton of cop cars, like Haddonfield cops literally descending on a location. And there's shots of this shot previously where the cop lights they're covered in the cop lights. So you wonder if they're staring at the remains of what they just fucked up, and then all of a sudden the cops get there 1 second too late, like they tend to always do in Haddonfield. But that's a neat thing. This is a fucking trip. We've seen the picture of the lady, of the kid running or whatever, and it looks like the same light and stuff from that. And the character behind them, again, it's so blurry it's hard to see. It looks like that same scene, and the person walking behind them is definitely holding a weapon of some sort. It's not a hoagie from Subway. It's a fucking gigantic, one of those monkey wrench things or whatever, those gigantic wrenches it looks like maybe. And we saw the still from the previous trailer about somebody like welding metal together. So I don't know what that is. We know there's a junkyard involved. We're going to see someone get fucked up with that, what looks like metal turkey leg. Another shot here that from the behind the scenes that I just thought was kind of cool. It's Laurie standing outside the house. And again, like, this is a little possibly spoilery because we know now that it looks like Laurie survives the kitchen scene, right? Because she's wearing the same thing. She's covered in the same blood. So I guess we don't know that. Anything could happen, but she's standing outside talking to the police. This is the aftermath of something that's happened, and she is covered in blood. She has fucked someone up royally. So I don't know what to make of that stuff. Are they showing us right now that she survives the kitchen scene? I don't know. You be the judge. But I do love the jacket right there, the Halloween Memorial or Haddonfield Memorial Hospital jacket. Just want to point that out. I thought that was dope as shit. We got a shot of Kyle Richards in here, and she looks like she is working as a bartender. She also has black nails, so she is a part of the emo goth. Michael Myers killed my whole family, so I'm going to listen to Hawthorne Heights Club, just like Allison, and I love it. I dig it for the both of them. It looks good on them. But she's definitely working the bar here, and this is the bar we saw the stills of the girls hanging out in before, so I guess that is the bar that she is the owner or bartender of. So that bartender's got some stories, man. But now what was said during these behind-the-scenes interviews was really interesting in itself, too. David Gordon Green talking about Michael Myers and the character and where he's been. He says he's gone away to rot, kind of like an animal just walk into the woods and die. When he meets an unlikely new colleague, and the energy that they feed off each other in some ways reawakens what he's capable of. Now, that's got to be Corey that he's talking about here. So Corey, and whatever's going on with his story, runs into Michael, and they feed off of each other's energy, which is very, very strange. Now, we've ripped off the Band-Aid for this now. We know it's going to be crazy times in the butthole. And I don't mean like that. They're not going to be down in the sewers fucking, because that would be a really big stretch. But it's so interesting that Michael's gone away just like an animal to die. It's weird, right? I mean, he's very, very hurt at the end of Kills. Are they trying to really reinforce like his humanity and make him non-supernatural, like he's too injured to do anything, but he just somehow barely survives this 4 years? It's going to be very interesting to find out how all that works and what's going on with that. Maybe they're just trying to keep it vague, and that's the idea. That's what John Carpenter wanted when it comes to the supernatural abilities or not of Michael Myers. And maybe they felt like in Kills they made it a little too obvious that he seems supernatural, so they're going to try to show him hurt but also survive 4 years hurt, living in a sewer with no help whatsoever, no Rite Aid, no CVS, no fucking cable. And I wouldn't survive. Maybe they're adding back to that intrigue, which some people may call plot holes if that's the situation. But other ways you could look at it is that they're keeping it mysterious, and I kind of like that. But he says that he runs into a new colleague, which is a big fucking word when you're talking about Michael Myers, because Michael Myers' business is murdering folks.
And business is good.
So that just lays right into the rumor that Corey's going to be killing. Are they going to be killing alongside of each other? Is this going to be one of those things where Corey thinks he can trust Michael because Michael's too weak to fuck him up, or Michael's using him to lead him to Laurie to Haddonfield, and then at the last second Corey's like, yeah bro, what's up? And then Michael stabs him in the jugular. But he does say, talking about the other movies in Halloween 2018 and how he wanted to bring people back into the franchise, and then Kills, he's like, we just wanted to make a fun slasher movie and play with those characters. And he says with Halloween Ends, we felt like we needed to put our own passionate signature on these characters. So this movie is going to be, the other movies were David Gordon Green and company. doing the follow-up, and then with kills just having some fun with it. And now this is really their Halloween movie. Like, their deeper and deeper signature mark Halloween movie. So that's what we're gonna get, man. This is gonna be their version of it. No holding back for anybody. And I think it's exciting to see. I'm not saying that we're not all gonna want to stick our face in the ceiling fan after it's over, which I don't think we will. I'm very excited with it, and I have a lot of confidence. But I'm very excited right now with the mystery of it all. I am. And the last thing that comes out is that Laurie kind of a little bit alludes and gives away the opening scene of the movie, where she says that the opening of this movie is every parent's worst nightmare. This is a babysitter with a child on Halloween night that goes terribly wrong. It's so crazy intense. So that kind of, the opening scene is definitely going to be Corey babysitting this kid, it sounds like, and shit's going to go fucking poo-poo caca-ha-ha. And that's the update. That's all I got, man. There's so much here. There's lots to talk about. Little pieces, little nuggets of the movie are unfolding as we go further. And I hope they kind of stop a little bit, because this has been a road of a lot of stuff coming out. And as I said, we'll only cover stuff here that's official, that comes from actual sources. But even then, it's a lot. It's a lot, which is why I gave the warning at the beginning of the video. But guys, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Thanks for watching this video. I love you guys so fucking much, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. When news comes back, when we get more Halloween news and more Scream news, more Hellraiser, all that shit, we got tons of videos. Jeepers Creepers Reborn, that was a big frozen chunk of poopy, and a bunch of stuff coming on the channel. And we're working on Halloween Horror Month right now, so make sure you subscribe. All that good shit. I love your fucking faces. Have an amazing Wednesday afternoon.
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn.
Goddamn you faggot!
I said, goddamn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, goddamn.